World's most popular energy drink, sold in over 4,000 million cans in the whole globe every year. The keystone of a $30,000 million empire whose activity has expanded from soft drinks to extreme sports, hip-hop culture, elite motorcycling, even the NASCAR and the F1.
Let's get this started.
Some scientists and doctors have been claiming for years that Red Bull and all the so-called energy drinks that have been created following its success are unhealthy. But why? What makes them say energy drinks should not only be avoided but banned? Are really as bad as they claim them to be? In today's edition of Our World, Red Bull. Red Bull, the highest selling energy drink. One of the most successful brands in the last 20 years. Consumed by billions of people worldwide, from students to truck drivers to revelers. Dietrich Mateschitz, the Austrian businessman who founded the company in 1994, has become one of the wealthiest men in the world. But not everything is clear about the product that allowed Mateschitz build his mighty empire. The side effects of Red Bull and some other the so-called energy drinks have been studied by scientists during the last years. We've interviewed some of them to know what their results were and what do they think about that kind of drinks.
All of these have one basic factor in common. They all contain caffeine. Caffeine, which we normally associate with coffee, in concentrated amounts can produce extra energy. However, they do so not without a price. You see, when we overdose on caffeine, it begins to affect our central nervous system. And that has a wide variety of potential problems connected with it.
They all have essentially the same effects. They are stimulants. They will cause people to have trouble sleeping. They will cause their heart to race. They may cause their thoughts to run very quickly. And for some people, they may even think they're having a heart attack.
Most scientists around the world share the opinion that energy drinks have side effects such as those that have been just mentioned. But one of them obtained results in his experiments that can change the way we see this kind of drinks. In the latter months of 2005, Dr. Ray Gambino, a researcher from the Giulianata Science College in Milano, Italy, realized that there was a way to test the long-term effects of Red Bull.
Due to their fast metabolism, life expectancy in mus musculus, which is the mice we use in most of our investigations, is nearly 3 years. So by using that fast metabolism, we could ask ourselves what the circulatory system on an 80-year-old man would be, who had a daily Red Bull throughout his life. No need to mention difference in between both of them.
Dr. Gambino calculated the amount of Red Bull that an 80-year-old man would have consumed in his life, and what would be its equivalent in a mouse.
I have reached my conclusions and came across that it would be the equivalent to someone that has been drinking Red Bull each and every day of his life. It may sound way too much, but there are people even more addicted to it.
After that, he used the blind experiment method to be sure that the results were reliable. He took two mice groups. A1 to A20 would have Red Bull added in his water, and B1 to B20 wouldn't have it. Dr. Gambino made sure that he didn't know what were the mice that were consuming Red Bull and what were those that weren't. 3 years had passed since Dr. Ray Gambino began his experiment about Red Bull's long-term effects. It was the year 2008, and all mice used in the experiment were then dead and preserved for a further autopsy. Now it was time to see what had happened to those mice. From all 20 mice in a controlled environment, 11 died from heart-related diseases and 9 died simply because of their advanced age. But among those who died of old, there was something that shocked Dr. Gambino.
Examining the rodents' corpses, I realized that 2 of them had something very weird, never seen before. They had some kind of tiny protuberances on their back.
But that protuberances were a lot more than what Dr. Gambino expected. X-rays showed the true appearance of that strange things on mice's back. They were rings. When he realized that, he ran to see if that mice were among those that had taken Red Bull all their lives. Among the 10 mice that hadn't taken one single drop of Red Bull in their lives, 3 died of heart-related issues, and the other 7 mice died of all. Among the Red Bull mice, things went terribly worse. 8 of them died of cardiac arrest. That was the proof Dr. Gambino was looking for, but that was nothing in front of what he had discovered. The 2 mice that died of all having taken Red Bull were the 2 that had wings.
I started my experiments to prove that Red Bull was related to heart diseases, but I wasn't expecting what I saw. Mice's growing wings, utterly amazing. Anything causing such a modification should be banned.
With the amazing results of his investigation, Ray Gambino visited Margaret Rule Card, an expert lawyer known for her lawsuits against the almighty tobacco companies.
When Dr. Ray came with the results of his experiments, well, at first I thought he was mocking me or something, but I didn't see anything wrong in all the information he brought me. So, since I'm not a scientist, I sent it to a friend who is one.
But it didn't change anything. When she saw that there was no evidence of being mocked, she started investigating what could they do. But they realized that, even being such a shocking thing, there was a little they could do to stop it.
Suddenly, I realized they know it. They have covered themselves so well that it's impossible to believe they weren't aware of these side effects. As a matter of fact, it's nearly impossible to win a lawsuit. If you look at their logo, they are clearly 2 bulls, but you can also see them as 2 wings. And then their infamous motto, gives you wings.
No Red Bull, no wings.
It's clear. They knew everything and they arranged it all to avoid further responsibilities. This, added to the fact that those wings haven't appeared yet in humans, makes it impossible to sue them.
But then a new hope arose. Dr. Gambino looked up for Red Bull's history, discovering that the drink was a variation of a previous drink called Krating Drang, owned by Chelio Udbida, who is Dietrich Mateschit's partner in Red Bull's business.
I thought maybe in Thailand those side effects would have manifested before, since they started to drink Red Bull about 20 years before the rest of the world. But then I realized that waiting would have been in vain.
Thailand's life expectancy of 70-year-old. According to Dr. Gambino's test, the mice wings appeared only to those mice who live more than the mice equivalent to 77 years, so it would be really difficult to find any Thai person with the Red Bull's wings. Furthermore, it's clearly improbable that anybody spends his whole life drinking Red Bull daily, making it even more difficult. Then, both lawyer and scientists thought about us, and informed this documentary team of what was all about.
My only purpose now is to warn society of such a thing, even though we may not sue the company for selling the mentioned product. We can inform people in order to them to decide whether or not to keep drinking it.
In addition, media impact is a very important factor in these cases. Sometimes you might have evidence of whatever you want, but they won't listen to you until you are not on TV. And that's even more important if you are against such an economical empire like Red Bull.
Dr. Gambino will keep on trying to obtain new evidences that proves his theory. The questions about Red Bull's healthiness are even deeper now than they were before, but nothing has been undeniably proved yet.
Even there's no irrefutable proof of the hazardous effects of Red Bull on human beings, I think that just doubt should be enough for governments to start their own research on it, and even ban their selling till everything has been clarified.